Freyja, hailed throughout Asgard as the Golden One, stood in solemn silence within the hallowed halls of Sesvangir. The icy breath of the blizzard she had summoned lingered like a whisper between the ancient stones. Her gaze swept across the shrines, sacred, spellbound tombs of the fallen warriors who had perished in the fierce wars of Frostheim. Here, in this sanctum, rested the ashes of thousands who once fought for the fragile peace of Asgard, the names of the fallen, stitched into the cold walls with golden thread, shimmered faintly in the twilight. As long as I draw breath, Asgard shall stand, Freyja murmured into the silence, her hands clutching tightly the Spear of Height and the Cult Shield, symbols of her indomitable will and divine authority. Chosen by Odin himself, she was more than a protector. She was Asgard's shield. With her powerful magic, she had cloaked the realm in a veil of snow and ice, shielding it from mortal eyes and weapons alike. Her enchantments had hidden the realm of the Fae from the world of men, earning her the unwavering trust of the All-Father. Her bond with Odin was old and unbreakable, forged through centuries of shared purpose. Freyja knew her role: to maintain the fragile balance between mortals and Fae. To the kind and the noble she bestowed health and fortune. But just as swiftly, she brought judgment, ensuring the harmony of Asgard and the distant Red Spike Mountains. At her side trotted Hildisvini, her loyal boar, his golden bristled coat gleaming with pride. High above, her gyr-falcons soared, circling the peaks like silent sentinels. But peace had long been disturbed by a shadow. Loki. From the moment he set foot in Asgard, her instincts rang like a warning bell. Do not trust him. Still, she tried. She reached out, she reasoned. But Loki only ever gave back betrayal. Her prized cloak, woven from gyr-falcon feathers, vanished one day, only to reappear draped over Loki's shoulders. If you had only asked, perhaps I would have given it, she once whispered bitterly. But he returned her pain with only a mischievous grin. The deepest wound, however, came when Loki stole the Brisingamen, a sacred necklace forged by dwarves in fire and magic, imbued with strength and will. He stole it, not out of need, but just to see if he could. Freyja's gaze had turned to stone, yet it was her heart that bore the scar. Years passed. The worst blow struck not in battle, but at a feast when Loki mocked her before Odin, Thor, and a hall of noble Fae. A joke, he called it later, but it was no jest. The hall fell silent. Freyja rose, fury in her eyes, and left. From that night on, she never spoke of the unfortunate incident, but it had driven a wedge between them forever. Centuries later, long after Loki vanished, a vision tore into Freyja's dreams. The night was still, but lightning slashed across her mind. In the vision, she saw Loki, merciless, slaying mortals without hesitation. He stood at the heart of a massive cavern, lit by fire pits and dark forges branded with the sigil of Siroth, the shadow god. Twisted siege engines roared, cannons belching flame, and monstrous constructs obeyed his command. Then the dream shifted to an unassailable fortress upon a jagged peak, a place spoken of only in whispers, the end of exile. Behind its towering gates lay the skeletal remains of dwarves, entombed forever in their armor. There, a towering abomination, Fyro, the Fire Knight, raged, his form of living steel driven by hatred and madness, wielding a monstrous flail and an impenetrable shield. Visions crashed together. Storms, melting glaciers, an ancient evil buried deep in the frozen mountains. A tidal wave of snow and ice thundered forth, threatening to drown the world. Freyja awoke, drenched in sweat. This must not come to pass. Before the stars had faded from the sky, she rushed to Odin and Thor. The vision had spoken. Asgard stood on the brink. Which tales from Teleria do you want to hear next? Just let me know in the comments. And if you like the stories, I would be very happy about a like or a subscription. That way you support me and this channel.